there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortfort at Florentil's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Yes, well, I have a man of Master Garland's caliber. Yeah, going the wrong way, going the wrong way, going the wrong way. I'll go this way. Alright, the unicorn. It's nice and peaceful. You've come in search of Vortfort? Then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Let me guess, none of this stuff is any good for me. No, it is not. It was on the eve of the Battle of Cottonu, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then, all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Now we have to go to Coerthas, which, if I remember correctly, is just this way. I remembered correctly. Here we are. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Rude. Lord have mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Let's go find the missing man. He's out here somewhere. They won't even attack me. Now they're attacking. You've been saved. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumours were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. let's have a different minion. The wind-up airship. Why have you given me the most boring minion when I pick random minions? I know I don't have a lot to choose from, but come on. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we're without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Falmort up above. I like your pointy hat. And your weird tiny glasses. Up the stairs we go. Up and 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 up. Okay. And more up. And we just keep on upping up the stairs. This is a tall tower. A very tall tower. Here we go. Oh, not even at the top yet. Cutscene. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is, you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Falmore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durendare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durendare in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Boo! Give me what I seek! You there, madam. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favour in exchange. An associate of mine is yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you'd seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Fine. Whee! Whee! Oh, wait. Come on, health. Come back faster. Whee! Chocobo! Chocobo? Stuck on the stairs. So gonna leave me alone. I found the established astrologian. let me rescue you. See how well I rescue you? Look at me rescue. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamned birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of unbeliever. Good day, madam. You absolute asshole. Fuck you, then. Oh, dear. Oh, my God. Big yawns. Here we go. Is this the right way, right? Yeah. And then all the way back up, here we go. All the way. Don't. There we go. All the way. All the way up. We just keep going up and up and up. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you're eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it's their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honour bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalain for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Okay. In that case, where are the fucking stairs? There they are. Whee! I did not want to land here. Let me be healed. There we go. Now I can yeet again. Whee! Stood there waiting for my health to come back on its own when I'm a fucking white mage. What a fool. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? Cannot deny that you've given us no cause to distrust you, but while you've performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It's only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Bitch. Just introduce me, how hard is it? Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Hayenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Ah! I was too zoomed in and I ran into the wall. Let's go! Recover the stolen wares! I think I may have found some. Interacting. Yay! And yay! And oh no, I'm gonna get attacked. There's so many of them. Can you all come closer? I need to. Wait, let's faster so I can cast a little faster. Cast a little faster. Okay, they're all close enough. That has a wider range than I thought it did. stolen wares. They're mine now. Ah! Fuck. There we go. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? Hell yeah, I do. Oh, I pressed cancel! God fucking damn it. God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last... Ah, but wait! That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury take me! A draconian rosary in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Hayenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Hayenart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He's a godly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Hayenart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Away we go. Oh, my inventory is so close to getting full. Oh, I need to clear out some space. But not right now. I can wait. Wait, he's not in here? God damn it. I thought he would be in here. Maybe he's around the back. Wait, what? Where is he? Maybe he isn't there and I'm just stupid. Ah, there was... yeah. The door. I am stupid. Well, not a door, but like a way through. Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? It's one way of introducing yourself, I suppose. I see Sir Carolo has not forgotten my mother's favourite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbour even the slightest doubt... Ah, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It's only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Horshfont of House Fortomps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Come on. Thank you. Talk to Horshfont. Oh, it's snowing. Oh. Not in real life, though. It snowed in real life yesterday for a little bit. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-travelled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I'd gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you've come. Well, he seems nicer than the other Ishgardians around here. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Cartano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortomps. I don't know how to say these words. They seem French-inspired, so I should probably pronounce them Frenchily, but I don't know how to pronounce things Frenchily all the time. Oh my god, more quests have popped up. As you have doubtless realized by now, the High Houses of Ishgard, House Fortomps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Fortomps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travellers. There is also Cravelin of House Heanart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to parse. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Jorundair yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortomps. Do not concern yourself with House Zamael. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when finished. But first... Adventurer, I hear you like a good hunt. The common folk tell me they have lost a good many of their animals to an ogre. Their petitions have come to naught, and so they come to me, and I in turn come to you. We must needs have a decoy for this hunt, but I would not ask the folk to risk more of their livelihood. Let us use my own beloved Sebastian to lure this ogre out into the open. Oh, here's my darling Caracol. A wise knight keeps her own source of wool. Yes, Sebastian has clothed me since I came to this camp, and will someday feed me too, no doubt. But today, you will return him to me safe and sound. A word, adventurer. House Fortomps has just called a reward on the snow wolves that harass our supply trains. These creatures are the most dangerous when young and starved, and this litter of 4 is both. I lost 2 good men to these wolves. Had they been knights, the hunting horns would have sounded ere their blood had rusted. I would see you avenge them, and the reward is a fair one. Bring back the hides, and we shall both gain what we seek. More quest? 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 Well met, sister in drudgery. I'm a sellsword myself, but I doubt this lot here rates that any higher than adventurers. But I can't complain. I have 3 squares and clean straw enough to sleep in, even if I moil all day for it. Any road, thought I'd share some of the work with you today. Our wagon bound for House Fortomps broke its wheel shaft on the way and sent word they'd be half a day late. Ain't showed up yet. They're on the east road. Those legs of yours won't find it too far. I've got my own donkey work to see to, but we'll have a mug of something when you return. Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Fortomps does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Heanart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Is that so? Quest? 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 Quest! That daughter of mine, when she has a mind to do a thing, there's no stopping her. She's gone off to the Weeping Saint alone. I've told her time and again it's not safe with all the unbelievers about. You're one of those fearless, fire-breathing adventurers, aren't you? Normally I'd tell you to stay away from my fine, high-spirited lass, but right now I bid you go in hot pursuit to the Weeping Saint and bring her back safe and sound. Hello, Sebastian. Sorry about this, Sebastian. Paralyze me. That's annoying. I don't think I can kill that with a stream, can I? Okay, good. Okay, I should make a note to try and avoid that attack, because otherwise it will be mildly inconvenient. Miss me, miss me. Now you've got to die. Your turn next. One more. Easy peasy. We've got to do something up here. I don't know what though. Destination. Is this where we are using poor Sebastian as bait? Oh, poor Sebastian. I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this. But I'll protect you. No harm will come to you this day, Sebastian. There we go. I have sufficiently distracted the ogre from Sebastian. Let's untie Sebastian and he can roam free once more. Leave him be and he will make his own way back. What a clever sheep. Oh wow, the Weeping Saint is far. All the way up in the corner. This place looks dangerous. There are lots of ogres up here. This is no place for someone who is not good at fighting. My father sent you to fetch me back? My, he must be overstrung. He usually mislikes adventurers. He knows very well that I must have the blessed water, and one can hardly get it anywhere else. Father means well, but I cannot have him ordering me home and insisting on armed chaperones. This war is older than he or his own father. What does he mean to do? Hide me away in the tea caddy and hope that the war ends before I'm old and grey? Hair's already grey. Anyway, still, I'm not insensate to the dangers. Will you keep watch while I fetch the water? Who knows, you may discover an unbeliever in the woodworks. suspicious fellow. You look suspicious. What truck have I with you, or you with me, huh? All may partake of the saint's tears, or do you not believe that I am worthy? I am! I am! I know what you're thinking, adventure woman, I do. You're as transparent as that water there, the water she's taking. You think I'm one of those unbelievers. I find your accusations vile, and remove myself from your foul presence. Wow, he had issues. He dropped his knife. What's wrong? And what is it that you have in your hand? 'Tis no soldier's weapon, and none but knights have leave to bring a weapon into a holy place. Perhaps there really was a heretic here, or I have somehow summoned one by my careless jest. I shall return to Camp Dragonhead forthwith. I am not easy in my mind. Kind adventurer, you do best not to linger. Okay, let's leave. Head down here. Too many enemies. Find the wagon and dispatch any foes. Do that. Stop opening the map for no good reason. Thank you. I've done it again. I've turned on auto run and I don't know how. How have I done this? This is the second time I've done this, and then the one time I tried to do it on purpose, it didn't work. Oh, is it down here? I bet it's down there. Okay, I at least figured out how to stop. Yeet! Oh, that was not a very big yeet. Yeet! Nope, it's not down here at all. It's higher up than where I currently am. Fuck. I'm doing it stupid. Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. It's just there. Just there. Fight me, bitches. I love that Holy stunned them, so it even interrupts like big attacks. I have dispatched foes. Is that all I had to do here? I do believe it was. Wow, look at all. Oh my god, there is more quests to get as well. Let's go. We have so many quests. So many quests. Too many quests, if you ask me. You made good time. What news? Ixal? Got 'em all, huh? Poor sods. I tell you, the high and mighty around these parts don't even see in black and white. They see in dragon and not dragon. You know of what I speak. All manner of nasties that don't breathe fire kill just as many men, but that's neither here nor there for them. Ain't nothing to me either, I suppose. This place. Not enough men, not enough arms, and cold enough to make a man piss ice. I tell you, coming west to offer my services was mayhap less wise than I thought. This is a chill that even a bowl of Muntui soup won't cure. Ah, to be in Gridania again. Gridania is nice. It's actually worse than my current necklace as well. I wonder where I got that red coral necklace from. Oh well. I hail from Gridania, same as you. Fighting Ixal is what we do there, but I sure didn't expect to see them in these mountains. I know those shite birds and they're up to something. It's nothing I can go to my employer with, it's just a feeling. But whenever I got this feeling in the 12's wood and nothing got done, something bad bit us on the arse. I've not had a moment to spare and the feeling grows stronger. It ill becomes a sellsword to part with his own gill in this manner, but will you enter the XIV lair to the east and see if there are any clues to be found? I will, eventually. First, I'm gonna go over here. I thank you for her safe return, but she is much subdued and will not tell me what passed at the Weeping Saint. I shall want answers, and quickly. A strangely furtive man, you say, gazing fixed upon my girl, and armed in a holy place. It may well be an unbeliever, for who would risk doing such things? A girl of noble blood who eschews the seclusion that is her due makes an excellent prey. Of course I know this. Many think me a scandal for allowing a daughter to run wild, and of course I worry, every day and every minute. Yet I would not take the world from her. She is what she is, a rambling rose, and she cannot help what she was born to. I will keep her safe, from a distance mayhap, but safe. Where's the way out? Okay, so we're going over there now. Watch out for the big hole in the ground. Don't want to fall down there. There's a lot of Ixal up here, but they will pretty much leave me alone because of my level. Dropped lumber. Oh, these, I'm going to get attacked here and these ones won't leave me alone. Oh, here we go. Wait, I keep trying to do that, so I'll go a little bit faster. I do so love doing that. More quest to do. We've got a black yew log to deliver. We've got to report to report to EIL. And there's another quest to pick up, and then we've got to do our actual main story quest, where we talk to the fancy people who are important. What news, sister? What is it that you carry? This is black yew from the North Shroud, unknown in Coerthas. The Ixal make of it living blinds and walls. But the yew being slow to grow, why would they bother to cut it down and convey it west? Unless the Ixal mean to stay here? This is the beginning of a settlement. While the Ishgardians busy themselves with dragons, the birdmen are stealing this patch of Coerthas from right under their noses. I tell you, unless the Holy See acts now, the Ixal will rapidly gain a foothold in this area. That means more war, and though that means more work for the likes of me, I have enough as is. The Ixal are moving into Coerthas in a lasting way. It's no small task to bring those logs from the 12's wood this far west. They must be using their cursed balloons, those shite birds. Even their supplies have wings, and what comes out of the balloons goes into the ground of Coerthas. We need to hit them now before their settlement gets bigger. The Ishgardians won't give a swive till it's too late. I need my own people. Take this letter to a reprobate named Izodorel. We fought together in the Quiver once. His levy's garrisoned at Folgord Float. I fight not for Ishgard in this matter, but if they want to consider it a debt, fine by me. It goads me that the Ixal are waltzing into Coerthas right under my nose. Duke does not like Ixal. Ah, there you are, and let us toast to a job well done. I've just finished brushing Sebastian. He'll get some squash with his hay tonight. Coerthas spoke highly of you, and he is right, I think. There is much to be said of a woman who is sworn not to her master but to her work. With adventurers, one need only speak the end, and they devise their own means. From that smug look on your face, I should say there are 4 fewer wolves in Coerthas today. Show me the pelts and complete your triumph. These are they. See you the markings here. With these help-ups gone, all our people shall breathe easier. How near it is that we scorn death in the maws of a ravening beast. These men died in battle as surely as any on the Dragonpire. When knights are thin upon the ground, it's the lowly of the house who suffer. Grooms and washers, porters and yeomen. Our house patches with adventurers whatever is threadbare, but some of the other high houses continue to bar the gates against outlanders altogether, or treat them with such disdain that any service they accept must surely bear a taint. Honour is in how justly we treat others who serve the cause alongside us, in life and death. Out of honour flows all that makes a man of a boy, a woman of a girl. Surely when we meet alone in the afterlife, 'tis honour she judges, not pride. Wait, is it you? Oh, it's you that's got the quest. A word, if I may. Have you the inclination to undertake another commission? I would not ask if you did not look rested and refreshed. You may have heard whispers of it, but a patrol lost its way in the blizzard and wandered into the ogre's belly. Needless to say, not all of them returned alive, and the sawbones have been carving all manner of bits off of those that did. They mistook Will o' the Wykes for the light of the camp and were lured to the cave. We have enough perils around us without those quizzing devils amusing themselves thus. We cannot have men gainsaying their own eyes, afraid to trust the lights they see in the distance. Will you take yourself to the ogre's belly and dispatch those Wykes? Sure, I'll fight some glowy things for you. Because I'm just nice like that. Wait, we're up there? Ugh. Let's get this quest first. Wait, up on the walls? Are you up there? Can I get up there? Oh. Nope, not in there. God damn it. Where are you hiding from me, quest? I don't understand. Okay, maybe I can get... Oh, it looks like I can get up from here in the middle. Whee! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just had to pay attention. Wait, maybe. Oh yeah. Oh wow, I can get all the way up here. Truth is, I used to be gold when I pulled fire duty, but I've come to thank me lucky stars. In Coerthas, dull and warm beats dull and cold any time. I've no complaints about the warmth, to be certain. We're short-handed here, though. So dim have our lights grown, 'tis no wonder a patrol mistook the wisps for the stronghold. The north wind blows hard tonight. Will you patrol the braziers and light those that are dark? Oh, listen to that shriek. Sometimes I swear that the very climes have declared war against us. Here, take this bit of live coal to light the braziers with. Can do. It would appear they are lower down than where I currently am. There's one! Whee! There's one. There's one over there hiding behind the chocobo. I saw one... I think I saw one up there. Is that one there? Nope, that one's nice and lit. I did not see one up here. I did see! There is two up here. Job well done. There we go. All done? Come closer to the fire. You're looking a mite blue. That's just my hair. It gladdens my heart to know that all the braziers are lit tonight, giving freely of their light and warmth. Yes, dull and warm, and of some import. And as I've said, I've no complaints about the warmth. Not a one. Let's head back out this way. Whoop. Ouch. Slay some will-o'-the-wikes. What does wike mean? Like, I know a will-o'-the-wisp, but I don't know will-o'-the-wikes. I'll go this way. Yeah. This is the right track. Can't head straight for the location because it's in a cave. So I need to go to the entrance of the cave. Wait, how are they luring people into the cave from like really deep inside the cave? Shouldn't they have they hanging around like the entrance to the cave? Like, how can anyone see them unless they're already in the cave? No sense. Another one over here. Oh, and then there's two together over there. That's good. Where are you? Hopefully I don't catch the Taurus while I'm doing this. I didn't. Keep casting. Oh, it's getting very close. Easy. Why is it called a Taurus? It looks nothing like a bull. And that's what I associate with Taurus. Maybe it would look... Yeah, that's not even remotely bull-like. Why are you called Taurus? You just look like a weird demon-y thing with big teeth and wings. At least the snow wolves look appropriately wolfy. But also like their own thing. Like, they don't look like real wolves, but they are still recognizably wolfy. But that Taurus, I don't know what its deal is. Oh, don't fall down the witch drop. Guess how that place got its name. Did the thing. Back so soon and with full success? Those wikes never knew what struck them, I'll wager. By Helone, it's good to have something go well. Forgive my outburst. It's been a difficult week. Moon, some longer span of time. Like a siege, though none exists, and man cannot live in a constant state of unhappy strain. Oh, that's a little bit too real. The success you convey back to me means a great deal. Alright, let's go get on with the story a little bit, shall we? I think that's an appropriate thing to do now. I can't be bothered going back to North Shroud to deliver this letter. I'll do it if I find myself there, but I'm not going to go there just to do it. Ooh, as we approach one of our targets. Probably in here, I dare say. Hello? Hello? You have a trapdoor in the floor? Hello and grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horshfont? I want to help you, I truly do. But these accusations of heresy have thrown House Hayenart into chaos. Right now we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. It's fair. Very fair. It's a Gooboo! I love Gooboos. They're the best. Hello, Gooboo. They have such big smiley mouths with such sharp teeth. And now we climb the many, 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 many stairs. Also try not to fall off them, that would be good. There we go, I succeeded at not falling off. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horchfont's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you're sorely mistaken. We are at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillem arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Horchfont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that's his choice, but if he expects others to share in his folly, then he's truly blind to the present state of affairs. Wow, you ever just read a bunch of stuff and then, like, none of the information stays in your brain? Gotta go report back to Horchfont. There's a lot of running around here. Just back and forth, talking to people. Look at me, I can fly. I wanna fly. No can do yet though. No can do. Gotta be patient. Can't even run that fast. Even on my chocobo. Oh, there's a fight going on. Shall I join in and help out? Nah, they've got that. They're fine. I'll focus on my story. I don't need to be getting distracted by fates. I'm already distracted enough by side quests. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I've received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. Okay, let's go. See if we need to help out. the snow. Oh dear, Ransel, you do not look okay up here. Who goes there? Sire? No, stay back! The fiend is still here! No. Grand Avis. Avis? Avis, I think. Oh, there's another person to talk to up here. Oh, there's 3 of them. I heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, miss, bless you. Let me help you. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. Maybe they did know. Ah, there you are, over there. Unfit Knight, wow. Imagine being just called Unfit Knight. Confound it all! How are we to redeem House Hairnot if we cannot even slay a single Avis? Avis? Damn it. We are unfortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Hairnot will remember your kindness. Wait, it's so close I won't bother getting on my thing. Hey Francel, how are you doing? It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Hairnot that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We've been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I've done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I'll proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. I wish you luck, Francel. Jump over the table. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there's a complication. It's become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and, by association, yours. Is it good? It's good! Woo! Nice. Just like one more on each of the stats. Can't complain about that. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. So it was found in a locked chest labelled as the property of Lord Francel. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickerman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, so we may have some inkling of who could be responsible. I am on it! gonna save Lord Francel. And then we're gonna find out about the airship. And then something, fight Garuda! Eventually. I see he is in here. Whee! Oh, there he is. Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Hayenart man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it, though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Could it have been the fellows what were responsible for the inspections? Ha! Ishgardian knights and inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. I reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whitebrim Front this eve. You might consider having a word with them. Could it not possibly be, an inquisitor planting evidence to make it look like he's catching more people than he is? Making the heretic problem seem worse than it is in order to justify his own position? No? No, it's definitely the porters who have nothing to gain from it. Okay, yeah. Yeah. We'll just investigate the porters then. That's fine. Beg your pardon, you suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Hayenart shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. I found a draconian rosary. Another one! Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible! Once the Knight of Whitebrim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would have never allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Horshfont, I will not be held accountable for this. That is a good point. But maybe he did that on purpose just to throw me off. Whee! Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries? In every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks? That beggars belief! Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Hayenart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise alone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Hayenart were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigie? I don't know. That is an unusual name. Tell her that the House Fortomps asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Just up here? There she is. What is it, my child? Lord Horshfont would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. God. Just like a trial where if you're innocent you die is just like the weirdest fucking thing. And is so transparently just an excuse to kill people you don't like. They have taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Sire, I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavour not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Whatever I must? That leaves a lot of options on the table. Like, a lot of options. Oh dear. Oh. Tired. Oh, I think I'm gonna have a fight on my hands. Hail, Zaya! As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Let's go. Josin Charlemagne Francel de Halenart, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defence? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we've gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for her alone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their draken forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortoms, I beseech you, stay your hand! Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Horchefont. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Horchefont has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbour private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Horchefont arrives, Zaya, and remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Oh, but I'm not from here. Can't I kill him? Wait, oh, I don't have holy because I'm fucking level things down. Low guys first. Your turn, Alderic the Unyielding. If you won't yield, then you'll have to die. Who's casting Stone Skin? Isn't it nice? Wait, that's on me. That is nice. Whoever cast Stone Skin on me, thank you very much. Was it you hauling it? Hey, Horchefont's here! In the name of House Fortoms, I demand that you lay down your arms! Ishgardian scum, today you shall answer for your sins. Oh god, there's so many of them. Put a quick regen on myself. Maybe I should attack the ones that are attacking me. Like this guy here. There's a wyvern here! What the fuck? Can I please target someone who is thank you. Right, let's fight this fucking wyvern. A ridiculous thing to turn up to a fight between soldiers. Wait, I'm doing 0 damage. Okay, we can't hurt the wyvern. Let's fight this guy then. Oh shit, my fucking health. Oh, that guy's dead. Finish this guy off without getting myself killed by the wyvern. Oh my god. Healed a little bit. Not allowed. Woo, thanks for the stones again. Oh no, you die now. He did. Pick up Elderic's rosary. Okay. Duty complete! I have something to show you, Guillaume, and you're not gonna like it. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Haynard. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? By the Fury, a draconian rosary? Then the knight who refused to yield. It was he who summoned the wyvern? A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights? This has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horchefont. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Coerthas, Zaya. Pray locate your errant airship, and use it. He mad at me. Lord Horchefont, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Haynard. Praise alone it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Zaya. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you've recuperated. Already recuperated. The only thing I need to do is actually get back there. You look well, Zaya. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honour of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fortomps and House Haynard shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. I have hair in my fucking mouth. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Coerthas several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horchefont is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I've done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Cool. We finally found out where the airship is. Whoop. Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The stone vigil? Perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmont of Whiteburn Front and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journey, Zaya. May Halone guide you. Why, thank you. He has been very helpful. But it appears there is another quest. Over here. Is it up on the walls or down on the floor? It's up on the walls. A moment, if you will. You're the adventurer who cleared our Lord Francel's good name, are you not? Allow me to thank you. His lordship is House Hayenart, you see, and unjust it is that he was born under a waning moon, yet what was thin must eventually grow fat again. I would thank Lord Horchefont as well, but I should not like to be seen as currying favour either for myself or for my house. I would present him with a gift under your name, if you are amenable. I've selected a bottle of nectar for his lordship. Will you collect it from the wine cellar downstairs and deliver it to Medgwistel in the kitchen? The wine cellar is called Emmanuel, and the bill has been settled. Yeah, sure. I'll do a nice thing. Whee! Zai Izapu, I must be rising in this world to have the custom of the most famous adventurer of these parts. How may I serve? Sir Aurel sent you? Of course! Here is the bottle she ordered, and a fine choice if I may say so. This nectar was mixed with the blessed water of the Weeping Saint, sweet and iceless even in deep winter. 'Twas no mean feat procuring such a choice liquor with the road snowbound, but I aim to please. And then we have to give it to Medgwistel, who is here. Well, if it isn't Zai Izapu, everyone's talking about you, you know? Looking for a place to hide? Sweet goddess, Danifan's joy! I haven't seen one of these upon the sideboard for a good many moons. This is too rich for your purse, I'd wager. So it must be from Aurel? I guessed well, did I not? The high houses of Ishgard are descended from the heroes who stood with Haldrath, the first as your dragoon. They're like brothers, Lord Horchefont says. They bicker ceaselessly, but they must remember to hold fast to one another when the safety of Ishgard is at stake. Thank you for delivering this, and serving as Sir Aurel's decoy. Lord Horchefont has been quite deprived of his favourite indulgence since the cold grew so ferocious. Hey, that was just a nice little quick side quest. Now we need to go speak with Francel. He is all the way down. Oh, he's down there. Okay. Still quite far away. Ah! That Goobu walked into me. I was in at the butt. I don't want to be in a Goobu's butt. Wonderful to see you again, Zaya. If there's anything I can do to repay you, name it. So the airship you seek is likely inside the stone vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Hayenart. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the stone vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt that my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmont. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Hayenart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbour great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Okay, where are we going with this letter now? All the way up. That is a long walk. That is a long fucking walk. Well, might as well just relax, enjoy the snow and the unicorn music. Just have a lovely chill time. Just ignore the fight with the Goobus. We'll just chill. Just relax. going on over here? A rock? Don't care about the rock. There's a lot of fates active right now. The dragonflies. They're like little tiny dragons. You know, if you hang around there too long, you're gonna get cold. Freeze to death if you stand around in the snow for too long. Let's go in the back way. Oh wow, that was further away than I thought it was. You desire an audience with Lord Drillmont, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. What do we have here? Letters from Lords Horchefont and Francel, is it? A likely... Oh! You serious? What to do, what to do? Your timing could not have been worse, traveller. Lord Drillmont's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. In any case, it's not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Alboise. Yes, Sir Alboise. Alboise? I don't know. Can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. I think that guy's just being a dick and he doesn't want to help me out. That's what I think. Hello? Nope, she's not in here. Must be back here. Probably in here. Hello? Hello? Upstairs, maybe? Hey, Sid's here! Hi, Sid! I didn't expect to find you here. Where the fuck is she? Ah, there's another door here. She'll be... Yep, there she is. Sir Brunadir bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I'd be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillmont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? I was just up there. Are you here to visit a patient, madam? What's this? Letters of introduction from House Thompson Hainart? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Goudenu. Gouden. Oh my god, these names! He should know Lord Drillmont's current whereabouts. My word, they're giving me the right old runaround. Hey, Alphinode's here as well. Hi, Alphino! What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you're in luck. Lord Drillmont is just up these stairs. Letters or no, though, I would not expect much. House Gerondale as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You'd best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect and it shall be returned in kind. Okay. So Goudenu permitted your passage? Very well. Speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? Oh, hey guys. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Coerthas to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Nan Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive? But that's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Jorindel marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the Calamity, and 2 Scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that House Jorindel would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mummer's farce. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Assholes. It could be moons before House Jorindel purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Zaya, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillamont's trust. Understood? Great. Now we're going to have to do errands for this guy. Oh my word, that's a lot of quests have just popped up. Are there any up here? Wow, that's a long way up. Oh wow, I'm on the roof. Ah! I walked through the door before it opened. Oops. That's not right. Narrow stairs. Oh. Wow. Okay. I'll probably have to come up here maybe for a quest at some point. But for now, I just wasted my own time. Whee! Ow. Well, no one on this floor has any quest for me. Whee! You do, though. Adventurer, I hear some of my brother knights have made of you a drudge. Fie! By the Fury, set your sights higher. I have for you a gallant mission. Slay the Dravanian outwatchers that trammel our steps. They are as dogs, cherishing the Dravanians in the wordless forests of their minds. Every thought a fairy ring that vanishes by nightfall. Brandish these dragon scales when the outwatchers are near, and they will come. Okay, no one else on this floor? Nope. Whee! We've got a rat problem, and if nothing's done about it now, we shall soon have a supply problem and a plague problem. They're no more content with the kitchen than the potboy is, and have a run of the outpost. They feed off of our scraps, unwanted guests at a meager feast. See if you can't have a good look around and roust up a few to slay. You the last responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in White Brim Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillmont's mind? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you've in mind to lend a hand, why not await a lurking mud puppy in Danifan Pass? And take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Alright, we are on the hunt for rats. And also more quests. Oh, what's this? What's this? Rotting vegetables. Oh, my legs hurt. I'm gonna have to... Okay, I'm gonna kill these rats, and then I'm gonna have to... move around a little bit. Here we go. Ah, my fucking leg! Oh no, it hurts so bad. Ugh. It's okay. It's okay. Ah, that's not okay. Okay, we're okay. Okay, there are quests everywhere. A word, if I may, adventurer. As much as it pains me to say this, I must. Go to the Gates of Judgment, deliver a petition to Sir Marceline. Tell him we need reinforcements. The common folk are toil-worn from the constant skirmishes with the dragons, and the mood grows dark in the front. We teeter on the knife edge and will surely fall. Oh, adventurer, I claim your time in the name of the Holy See. Search the body downstairs for personal effects and deliver the lot to the Gates of Judgment. He was a heretic in life. You need not be gentle. Usually we leave the carcass for the crows, but as you well know, there has been some trouble of late, and now we're told to rifle through these lousy pockets. Low work it is, and I leave you to it. You'll find naught but nits, I'll warrant. Ah, there's a downstairs. Oh well, let's loot this corpse. Oh, hello. Do you see? Do you see the great dragons? Dravanius Mundi has risen. Bend the knee, bondswoman, before our righteous conquerors. They sent you, I know. A slave or a servant, a slave or a servant. Those are the choices. So many voices. Shh. I must make an offering. Quickly, bondswoman. Tell the slave Ferdilai to send a fatted calf. Okay. Are you alright in there, Boyle? Boyle wants another sacrifice, eh? That crazy unbelieving son of a troll. He won't shut up when he gets in this state. Makes these dungeons a living hell, believe you me. Here, just give him this dead rat. That'll keep him quiet for a bit. He does these rituals, you know. Fair turns the stomach, but anything for a little peace. Bondswoman, I see the thrall Ferdilai has prepared for us the fatted calf. The dragon lords will be most pleased. Beautiful, Innocent? Shh, my moo cow. Don't tell them you're innocent. It's worse that way. Oh, Dravanius Mundi, accept this offering and let me be reborn in flames. Pine pitch, pig's fat, dry brush, rock oil. Don't forget hair. Hair burns, but a little bronze rattle that he loved so well. That only melts. Wahaha, that only melts. The guy is not okay. Finally some peace. I tell you, some of these unbelievers seem normal enough at first, but they show their true face after the Inquisitors get to work on them. Best not consort with them that's in the dungeons, eh? Wow, it's almost like maybe the Inquisitors getting to work on them causes the mental health problems, and maybe it doesn't just reveal them. Some more quest from up here. Is it up here, or is it maybe down below here, or is it even upper here? It's here. Ah, the poor soul. She has a betrothed, yet she will die without hearing his voice speak the words of passing. He deserted, you see, on the eve of a battle with the dragons. He now languishes in the dungeons. I cannot give her more time, not with such medicines as I possess at any rate. At the very least, take word to her love, Lawrence, that he might say such prayers as he is able. I mean, I'm a white mage. I might be able to help. No, we're just gonna go back to the dungeons and pass a message. Rotting vegetables. Time to kill some rats. They gotta die. I think the rats are kind of cute in this game. I think the rats are kind of cute. Back down the dungeons we go. Oh, there's Lawrence. What can an adventurer want with a man whose purse is empty and name besmirched? What? The words of passing? No, they said she was on the mend. If you have ever loved, hear me. There is something hid in the forest southeast of here. You shall know it by the sign. Take it to her chirurgeon, I beg you. Wait, why am I getting on my fucking thing? I don't want to do that. I want to look around for signs of rats and stuff. zoom right out so I got a nice good view of the area. Haha, rotting vegetables. Holy them to death. Oh, wait. I just need to go here. Good and well. That's fewer of the vermin to get at our larder. They remain too numerous, however. There must be a large nest somewhere down below. Kill the king rat and the common rats will lose heart. Something both we and the dragons know well. I've tracked the rats well as I can, and they look to slip outside as often as not. There must be an opening that leads to the nest. Somewhere outside the stronghold. Ooh. I need to find the rat's nest now. Somewhere outside the stronghold. Whoop. Somewhere around here, perhaps? Maybe right there? Rat King. Yeah, like a rat, but kinglier. And king obviously means big. You're a jumpy little fella, aren't you? Called jumpy big fella. Easy peasy. I think I'm gonna... Nah, I'll turn this quest in. I'm like... basically right here, I might as well do it. And then go do other stuff. Whee! Where's the way? Where's the way? Here's the way. This is the way. I know where I'm going. That's the end of the king, is it? Well struck. We'll see less of the foul little things I expect. That said, sailors talk of rats abandoning a sinking ship, do they not? Perhaps I should more rightly take it as a good omen that the rats deign to stay in White Brim. Let's go for this one up here next. The dragon scale? Yeah, that's this one. Two of them. They deaded. And back we go. God, at this rate, I'm gonna hit level 60 before I even get to the Heavenswood content. You're up. Oh, not far up though, so that's good. Not you, Ignomortal! God damn it, I'm talking to Forcillion. The dragon minions are dead? Now do you not feel like a woman grown with honor intact? Know that you removed one of the obstacles to the retaking of the Stone Vigil. How like the Dravanians to send their mindless servants to do their dirty work. We have the advantage over them. For all who serve Ishgard, do so free, proud, and clear of thought. Sure. Sure, yeah. And now, let us go do a thing in a place. I think we're gonna go slay the spotted mud puppy next. That's our story quest. Wait, whereabouts is it? Oh no, it's in Danithan Pass, which is there. So actually, we'll probably just do it. Oh, I might as well do those as well. Alright, the thing I said I'm gonna do next, I'm actually gonna do last. I'm gonna do these next. And then I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna do that. Here we are. Oh my god. I sneeze. State your business. Hey, Bench! I'm alright, thanks. Well, bless you. Thank you. How are you doing today, Bench? State your business. Ah, the leavings of unbelievers. Most excellent. You have served with honor. Let us hope there is to be found here a clue. Long have I hated unbelievers, but no more, for they too serve the Fury. If not in life, then in death. What ruth has alone to grant them such a chance? That sucks. Let's just take the money. Okay, thanks, good. I'm glad you're doing okay. Our brother knight has recently explained you're kind to me. As a sellsword lacks honor, so does an adventurer lack discernment. No task is too menial, yet no cause is worthy enough. I have need of one such as you. In their boundless depravity, the Dravanians have lashed out against the gates of judgment. Pawing at the rubble would be more than any true Ishgardian could bear, yet removed it must be. This shall be your task. I hate these fucking Ishgardians, they're so annoying. Adventurer, idleness ill becomes a woman so hale. Go slay for us 5 battlers that nest in these parts. The crusade consumes the knights of Ishgard, body and soul. To you shall go such moils as we cannot stoop to, but at which you have enjoyed some success, if the tales be true. Your presence is a part of Halone's plan for us. The Fury be praised. Fuck off. They think they're so important fighting the dragons. What business have you here? Speak quickly. A request for what from White Brimfront? Weary? Weary are they? Cravens and fools. Tell Jean Tremont to take that knife edge and cut the throats of every knight who professes himself too tired to do his holy duty. Hang any peasant who dares plane over his singed pigs. Begone, ale messenger. White Brimfront will be fortunate if I do not reduce their allotment of supplies for this outrage. Wow, what a dick. Ooh, I got some nice new aquamarine earrings though for my troubles. Maybe they're not so bad after all. Oops. Well, I guess we should set about our menial task of clearing the rubble. Fucking Ishgardians are too good for it. They just stood around doing nothing. Look how close that one is stood to the rubble. Fucking arrogant pricks. Ah! I got impatient. And I ruined it. How am I too far away? What? There we go. Oh, there's still one more? Which one am I missing? I don't see any more. Oh well, let's kill this thing first. If I can see the rubble. I don't see it here. There's a couple more over here. I'm gonna kill these two. Kill them together. I said, oh right, of course, I didn't actually say get off the unicorn because I'm an idiot. Boom. Oh my god, they have so much health. Contagious. Spamming holy all day long. That should do it. Another one over here, and then we'll still have to kill another one after this one. Ah, missed him. There is one over here. Said get off. I did actually say get off that time. Can you... Invalid target. Why am I not targeting it? There we go. Good. There we go. Kill the thing. Move out of the way. Kill the thing. Right. Let's try and find this last fucking piece of rubble then. Wherever it's hiding from me. Maybe it's around this side. There it is. And then we have to talk to these two horrible people. You've served well, though I fear the state of these gates is still disquieting. You should have seen them as they were, adventurer. Not battered and wounded as they are now. The Dravanians are set on breaking my heart. My faith, I meant to say, with their assaults. They must quit this world. Do we get a nice ring? Yeah, let's grab it. See if the game actually recommends it. It does! I thought it might. There we go. You look eager to serve, adventurer. Do not deny it. The fire in your eyes betrays you. There is something you can do. Slay the chinchillas that dwell near at hand and reap their fat. How many of the beasts? I see the task excites you. 4 of goodly size will do. Now, be as my tear soul and hunt the chinchillas thither. What the fuck is a tear soul? You have served well, adventurer. The battlers eat heartily of the bounty of the Sea of Clouds, and this we cannot allow. The fish of that sublime sea belong to the noble knights of the Crusade, not to lowly birds and beasts. The Fury has given us dominion over all creatures of this land, and the Dravanians too will understand this truth. Wait, did you have me kill those things because they eat fish, and you think you own all the fish? That's kind of ridiculous. I think piety is better than spell speed. Yeah, it is. There we go. I got my new ring and then immediately switched it out for a newer ring. Okay, looks like we need to kill some chinchillas to harvest their fat. We need to search the forest for something. I don't remember what I'm searching for in the forest. And then I need to slay a spotted mud puppy to serve its meat to some soldiers so that they will like me. I don't want to join the fate, I just want to kill some chinchillas. Damn it! Come here. Ah, that got them both. This one off quickly. Yeah, as long as I don't level sync all the big fate monsters, they'll just leave me alone. And I can focus on my chinchillas. there's an actual good reason to do this fate though. I think there's an achievement for it. Maybe it drops a good item. I don't remember. It's been many years. We didn't search the forest. This isn't much of a forest, is it? Like very sparse. The trees are very spread out. And there's not many of them. But I found an alchemic concoction, which apparently is what I was looking for. But before we leave and head back to tell people that we've done the stuff they asked, we're going to go down into this cave. I'm going to slay a spotted mud puppy. Where are you? In here somewhere. Ah, we must wait for it. Hello. There we go. Use key item. Let's move out of that. I may have been too slow there. Yeah, I was. That's the alchemic concoction. I want to use dark cider vinegar. I'm an idiot. Ah! Oh, okay, here we go. We'll put it to sleep first. Oh crap, I'm gonna get hit again. There we go. Now we can use an item without being interrupted. All my buffs on, and then let's go to town. Got out of the way in time there. You know what, I could probably just take those hits. I have plenty of health. Yay! We got all the stuff we needed. Oh god, I only have 3 spaces left in my inventory, and then I won't be able to get any more stuff. I will have to get rid of stuff. I mean, I have some stuff that I can just, like, sell to NPCs. And then some stuff I'll probably just... Maybe I'll just throw some shit away. But I don't like doing that, you know? What if I need it later? Everything can come in handy at some point. Like, what if I decide to start doing crafting and I need stuff that I have now for crafting materials? I would feel very silly about throwing it away. Ah, the Tearsel of the Temple. Have you what I bid you bring? This is most excellent fat and well pulled. I see you have some skill at dressing beasts. Once rendered, it shall be fortified into a frostbite balm for our chocobos. Alone among beasts, the chocobos are to be honoured. For every knight of Ishgard that has perished in the crusade, as many of the noble birds have died. None who witness a chocobo meet its end can fail to be moved. Some more new earrings? Yes, let's take the peridot earrings. Green earrings look better on her than blue ones anyway. Now we go over this way. We need to deliver the alchemic concoction to Charmin and the tail meat to Hosterfort. And then those other 3 quests we're not bothered with because they're not in this area, they're in whole nother places, and I can't be bothered going to those whole nother places. We're just gonna stay in Coerthas. Oh, I didn't fall. I expected to fall, so I went wee, but then I didn't fall, so now I feel foolish. didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. No, it did work. Look, I have the meat. Oh dear, remind me to never wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Anyway, this should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and up above. Wait, I don't think cooking food quickly is, like a skill thing. I think you just didn't cook it enough. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Yes, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. Aye, I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. We ought at least receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this god's forsaken waste. Is that a fresh cooked steak? Holland's blessings be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. And the last one is probably upstairs somewhere. Ah, yes. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance? You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Jorindare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. And whee. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? Ah, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking the steak to Sonota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Of course. I'll take some steak over to a hard-working doctor. This is in fact where my side quest takes me as well, so that's cool. Ah, the poor soul, she still breathes, but... Adventurer! Does he pray for her soul? An alchemic concoction? As costly as it is hard to obtain. You say 'twas hid in the forest? This bottle holds the truth of Lawrence's desertion. He ran that he might find it for her, and when he knew he was to be captured, he took great pains to hide it, knowing his pursuers would have simply destroyed it as a traitor's refuse. I cannot thank you enough for keeping faith in him. Now, if you'll pardon me, I have a patient to save. I'll take a high ether. Beg your pardon, madam, but I'm busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Stop healing the man and eat some steak. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic! Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Yay! And I will take the bread. I got stew and bread, and unfortunately bread is the correct option for me. Oh, Sid's got my next quest. Might I have a word with you, Zaya? It concerns the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see? So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. Though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. I believe you, Sid. I believe in Sid. So that's what we're doing now. We're finding and killing ice sprites. Yeah. Ah, nice. There's some right out here. 3 of them, in fact. Awesome. We're just gonna stand far apart and cast spells at each other. Socially distant fighting, you know? It's important to stay safe while you're murdering wild creatures. Hey, don't come any closer! We're social distancing. still think social distancing is a very stupid phrase. It should be called physical distancing, because that's the important part. Physical distance. You can still talk to people and be social and stuff. You just have to stay physically away from them. But words catch on, and then that's just what they mean. Even if it is stupid. Anyway, let's go give these ice cores to Sid, so that he can do important medicine helping work. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. What an amazing device, but is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it's as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Ware thee the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts, wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at cost. Oh, fuck off, Guillaume. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Yes, he was a suspected heretic. The keyword being suspected. It was literally proved that he was not a heretic. Like, yes, we interfered with the with the trial of a suspected heretic because he was wrongly suspected, and you know that. You fucking asshole, Guillaume. I fucking hate this man. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Before we can persuade Lord Drillmont to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guillaume that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little unless about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. I will do my best. Is that up here or is it downstairs? I think it must be downstairs. Ah, yes. Inquisitor Guillaume? Yes, of course I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end Inquisitor Guillaume rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. Where is this other one? Are you maybe down here? Ah, yes. Inquisitor Guillaume, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you! We proved the innocence of an innocent man, and the guilt of a different man who is guilty. Why does everyone hate us for that? Under Inquisitor Guillaume's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. I did it again. I turned on auto run and I don't know how. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Wow, you didn't have anything specific to say about Guillaume, though, did you? Just... Oh yeah, the Inquisitors are in charge because of religion reasons. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. Well, you could have just bought a coat. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? Should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Zaya. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Guillaume's motivations. All shit that's useless to me, I will just take the money. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yeah? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whiteburn Front, I've seen no travellers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Joelord is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behaviour that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light on this mystery. Let's see what we can find. Jump! That is a long way down. Whee! Ouch. 1 HP power. This was a bad time to get into a fight! It's okay. I got my regen on, I'll be fine. There we go. Ended the fight with more health than I started it. That's how it's done. This is a very large dead dragon. Dun dun dun! It's the corpse of Inspector Guillaume. Inquisitor Guillaume even, but if that's Inquisitor Guillaume, who have we been talking to? An imposter! You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you have just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guillaume. Newly come to Coerthas and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Zaya, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. Boop. Nice. Got a Wand of Frost. In what way is it better? Or is it because of the piety? Piety? I don't know. Oh, it has magic damage increase as well. That's probably useful. And I get to have a shield now as well. Since Lord Drillmont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of 2 high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim... Yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Joelo with the evidence you discovered, and see if it helps him to recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. We must. Oh, you've returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Inquisitor is an impostor? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Prunella. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. God damn it. Why is no one helpful here? Oh wait, she's here. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it. Naught at all. I am doubtful. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Joelo gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Gravanian abominations lashed out at him. Nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family. Secrets I had never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Sir Joelo and I would be spared. But if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Joelo to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing, seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillmont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So, I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire Locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Hayenart, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. Ah, so she's the one who brought the whole conspiracy to light. Well done. So I guess we need to find this chest full of draconian rosaries now. Let's go. Hidden under a mound of snow, just like the dead body was. Suspicious box. Right, I think it's time to go talk to Drillmont and tell him everything we've learned. And hopefully he'll believe us. And not dismiss us out of hand because we're not from round here. Zoom out a bit on the stairs, it's easier to go up them then. And up we go some more. Here we are. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There had better be a very good explanation for why you were carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me, the Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friend Zaya, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. Well, I don't particularly see why I should help you, seeing as how you were so unwilling to help me. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hell's take him and his Gravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Zaya. Together let us put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Right, where are we going? Where are we going? Oh, we're going all the way down there. Okay, that's the wrong door. We don't want to go up there. We're heading down here. Jesus Christ, all I've done today is run backwards and forwards around Coerthas. Just up and down. Talking to unhelpful, asshole-ish guardians. And then they're like, now you help me? Well, they weren't all unhelpful. Porchefont was nice. The rest of them are all dicks, though. What level story quests? Okay, I'm on level 40 story quests now. And the maximum level for a Realm Reborn stuff pre-Heavensward is 50. So the highest the quest level go is 50. Oops. But also there is a shit ton of level 50 quests at the end of a Realm Reborn before you get to Heavensward. So I'm probably not even vaguely close yet. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillmont arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? I am always prepared to use force. I am strong and powerful. I have magic. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain! I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Guillaume and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade? You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillmont, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Yeah, obviously he's a dragon in disguise. Alright, let's just cast some spells on the bad man. Ignorant swine, soon you will know the futility of your faith. Where are these fucking wormhounds? They're way up there. Right, let's get the one that's aggroed on me, shall we? Where is the one that's aggroed on me? There? There it is. Definitely want to kill the creatures that are going to try and kill me first. Do I have to keep anyone alive? Doesn't look like I have to keep anyone alive for this fight, at least. None of the wormhounds are coming to attack me, so I'll just focus on the main guy. Oh crap, one of them's coming for me. Oh, the knights died. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Oh, I don't have Holy because of the fucking level sync. God damn it. I keep forgetting about that. Right, you're gonna die now. Cast Holy. I cast Arrow on you. I don't even have Arrow too. Jesus Christ. How wrong you are, Ishgardian. I have been blessed with power far beyond your ken. Yeah, you're doing great. Graham, you're not nearly dying. I knew it! He turned into a dragon! Stand your ground, 'tis but an illusion. I don't know about that. I was under the assumption that the human version was the illusion. Oh, for fuck's sake. A wyvern now as well? Where is it? Up there? Wait, what? Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's there. Right, you can fuck off too. Can everyone stop attacking me? I'm a squishy white mage! At least I can cast regen on myself. Oh my god, stop it! Fucking wyvern needs to die. Okay, it's nearly dead now. Alright, back to fighting Guillaume! Wormhound. It's not coming for me right now, that's all. Guillaume is the one trying to kill me the most. No! No, it cannot be! Oh, it can be Guillaume, and it is B. Oh crap, my health. Yeah, it's over now. The Wormhound is no threat. Success! And only a few nameless knights died. Remember to do plural words correctly. Oh my god. My glamour's dispelled! Oh wait, the dragon version was the illusion? Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. Haha! You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. And then he dies. Defiant to the last, leave the body for the crows. His oak deserves naught better. Sire, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. Well, we actually got to do something there. We had a nice fight with a dragon man. Ooh, 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 we went a bit framesy there. Didn't like that. I'm glad it happened while we were just running around and not like having to avoid enemy attacks and such like. Yeah, we're not far away now. still trying to figure out how to activate auto run. I can't believe I've done it by accident, like, twice, and I just have no idea what I did. Wow, I stood very close. Where have you been, sire? The false inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. That's a lot of quests! As I am sure you will agree, it is past time we entered the Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Drillmont a visit and remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow on. Yeah, but I've got a lot of people to talk to right now. You're that Zaya, aren't you? Well met, well met. Give us a hand. One of the dragoons has fallen clean over the cliff. He lives, praise the Fury. We could tell that much from the top. A brother knight stayed behind on the cliff and awaits a coil of rope. See here, can you go to the keep for the rope and deliver it thither? I'm for the infirmary. And up we go. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Guillaume would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was a fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much to hope that the scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, to say nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, yes, of course, it is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Dravanians that now hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by the dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. For far too long, the ruin has served as a Dravanian foothold in Coerthas, from which they have struck out at us with depressing regularity. Though we've pushed them back behind the walls, we have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmont, but there is no guarantee that you will prevail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalane of your impending visit. May Helone guide you, scions. Whoa! Soon it's going to be possible for us to make progress towards our actual goal. Once I stop getting distracted by side quests, of course. Wait, what? Oh crap, is this person right on the top? We're going up! I know I just fell down, but we're going up. It has to be done. There are icons on my map. I can't very well ignore them. Can I? I mean, I do ignore some. I always ignore the triple triad stuff. Long has this bell marked the time at our keep, but as you can see, it was ill used by dragons and has been silent since. Others of this keep have naught but praise for your work, adventurer. I wonder if you're the ideal confederate for this enterprise. Will you assist me in repairing the bell? We need a goodly amount of metal, and arms damaged in battle are in plentiful supply. Yet 'twould not do for one dragoon to ask another for his arms. Will you collect them and take them around to Twatk the Smith? Twatk the Smith? There's got to be a better way for me to pronounce that. Wait, no, that's further up, but I want to go down. Whee! Anyone on this floor have anything for me? No? You do. Ha! Repairs are to finally move forward. Metal hither, metal thither. Take it away and let the anvil ring. Where's my stairs? There's the stairs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Up! Up! I looked up there! What the fuck? What did I miss? Maybe the next floor up? Oh, how did I not see you, Benedict? You want what? Oh, to repair the bell. I cannot well recall its peal. I was still falling off chocobos when the dragons cleft it thus. Here, will this do? Can't believe I didn't see Benedict there. I was going to say hiding in the corner, but it's a circular room, so there is no corner. Or is it all corner? Shit question. It's no corners. Everyone knows that. It's a nil night for patrols in this blizzard. We had contact via link pearl. One of the parties has managed to blunder into the behemoth's dominion of all places. The cold and fatigue have robbed them of their mobility. I've heard it said you are as a snow wolf, feeling the cold far less than other women. That is very true. If you can get this brandywine to the patrol, you will save lives tonight. One more thing, adventurer. Do not presume to provoke the behemoth to battle. You will fail, and you will die. That is also true. Rescue the dragoons. That is your task this day, and naught more. Adventurer, a word. I heard of you from Sir Ferdilie and another, though they know naught of my special interest. You are a woman just and clement. Help me free my brother from the dungeons. My brother was condemned to hard labour for desertion, but the Holy See now declares desertion to be heresy and his life is forfeit. They speak falsehood with their reasoning, and I no longer have faith that they are one with Helone. Lawrence is doubly innocent, for he never deserted. He left his post, yes, but to treat with an Uldan trader for medicine that saved his betrothed's life. Much have I given Ishgard, unwillingly, but they shall not take my brother, and they shall not take the truth. Ferdilie alone guards him, and he is a great one for a nap, especially when he has been kept at the card table all night. I have seen you move like a shadow. Slip in and take his key. Give the dungeon key to Lawrence and wish him the speed of the Fury. Tell him I have cached supplies in a disguise in the usual place. Meanwhile, I shall prepare a distraction and cover all our tracks. We shall speak later. Hey, wait, what's this? Hold on, this? No. Oh my god, no. Oh, there we go. Oh my god, I have the maximum number of Allegan silver pieces. I'm gonna sell those. Next merchant I see, I'm selling all my silver pieces and gold pieces and what have you. Put some rope. Ha! Discarded weapon. Wait, did I just see a new quest appear? I didn't even finish a quest, I just got more through the quest I'm currently on. What am I doing? I'm stealing his key? You? I am glad to see you again. To bid you thanks for saving my beloved's life. Do you bring news of her today? I do indeed. No, I bring you a key actually. That's not news. Dimebert, I thought he had forsworn me, for he came not once to see me. I cursed him in my mind, but his cruelness was kindness after all. I know of the hiding place he speaks. Tell him I shall miss him, and to preserve himself from harm. But I swear to return, to fetch away my lady. Okay. Nothing else to be done down here, I don't think. I did it again! How did I do that? What did I do? I literally have no idea what I'm doing there. There's so much to do here. Adventurer, how would you like to assist a dragon slayer? I put a bolt through a dragon while manning the ballistas overlooking the gorges. I saw its death throes and then it plunged. But nobody will believe me. I had not the time to collect a trophy before I was relieved, and they will not credit what they do not see. The carcass is out there in the bottom of a gorge just waiting to be claimed. I hear you can find anything, and I need a dragon bone to show the others. Oh yeah, I've seen that dragon carcass. This quest is called Ice Ice Daily. That's hilarious. I am a part of the expedition to Snowcloak. Know you that great ice wall that swells like a braggart's tail? There is much danger in those parts, and so 'twas that my group took on sellswords. However, affrighted by the creatures that stalk the wilderness, they abandoned their posts and fled. Now what manner of cravenness is this? It beggars all belief. You leave no stone unturned to complete your mission, they say. What say you? Will you guard the expedition? We are sore in need of a sword arm. You'll know more from Orderlick at Snowcloak. Be well, adventurer. Keep my people safe. Hey look, it's Twatk. You seeker smith? What can I do for you? Repair the bell? Ah, a worthy endeavour, especially with such a shadow as this over Whitebrim front. A dragoon must needs see and hear what she fights for, or the heart will go out of her. There's more than enough metal here to cast a new clapper and make the other repairs. I'll start as soon as I'm done hammering out this breastplate. Tell Sir Leotroy that we'll make this place ring, will you? I'll get to him eventually, but I've got a lot on my plate right now. And I'm about to voluntarily put even more on my plate. As you may have noticed, this area is much troubled by many a wild and savage creature. This is of course in addition to dragons, which are all the enemy that Ishgard acknowledges by and large. This has taxed the infirmary beyond all natural limits, and the healers show signs of becoming patients. After some doing, I have managed to secure a chirurgeon from Camp Dragonhead. From the reluctance they evinced at the transfer order, he must have great promise. I would be easier in my mind if you would escort him here. An escort? Oh no. Okay, let's go get some thing from the dragon corpse to serve as a trophy for that guy. Jump. And down we go! Whee! Uh-oh! Oh, that was lucky that I didn't take any damage from the second fall. Yep, got the dragon bone. Oh, there's so much to do. So many icons, such a long list. It's fine, we can do all that. Where's my way back in? There it is. Look somber. I am telling you of how a jackal ate the Cuck's cat. Success? Good. When? Hour of the wolf. I'll loose my works then. What are you on about? Oh right, he's just being weird. He must never return. I left him instructions. He shall send for her and I will see she is protected and unpursued. There is only death for him here. The beast tore the poor animal to shreds. What a shame to lose a good ratter. To the greenwood, desert, or the sea, anywhere but here. Likely I shall never see him again, but at least he lives, and it's thanks to you. Remember that you spent the past bell seeking Charmian's rosary. It is in your pocket. Be seen with her soon. And now we have to go all the way back up the stairs. Whee! All the way. It's a long way. It's a long way. We're still not there. We gotta keep going. We made it! Twatk said this? The Fury bless him, to see it as I do. Ishgard is at war, and we hoard our resources with an almost Dravanian avidity. All must fuel the crusade, while removing as little from the battlefield as possible. We at Whitebrim Front live between the Anvil of Winter and the Hammer of the Dragons. We've been tested much, and not found wanting, I believe. This is our keep and our home. It must have a measure of beauty, else it becomes a jail. Yeet! Wow, that didn't even reduce me to 1 health. I really thought it would. Did you get my dragon bone? That was my first dragon, you know. It's special. You never forget your first. Yes, yes, Dragonbone! Who's spinning yarns now, huh? By the Fury! Baron Joy Dragon... What the fuck is that name? Dragonslayer, blessed in the eyes of Halone. I have dreamed of this. Do you realize that I shall be commended by the Archbishop himself? What? No, no. Ow. My knee hurts. I'm moving again. None of that's good for me. I need mind, goddammit. Fine, I'll just take the gold. Where are we going to go next? Oh, there's this one that's right close by, so we can do that one. Knight in shining armor? What do you want? You bring rope for the rescue? Excuse my churlishness. I have been stymied at every turn in helping my brother knight. It has made me forget my courtesy. But with our coils tied end on end, it may just be long enough. Throw the end of it down to him. The Fury help us. It will not fall. The wind blows it out of his reach yet again. What are we to do? Jump down with it? Yes. So, you jump down a cliff. On purpose. I can certainly respect that. You are a woman with a plan. You do have a plan, don't you? No. Rope? High winds, huh? But this rope will hang straight with the weight of a man upon it. So we shall both climb back and over the precipice. What? What? How do we get out of here? Do I just have to jump further down? Ridiculous. Wait, damn it, this is where the dragon corpse was. Ah, I could have done that more efficiently. Oh well. It's fine. We now have good news to report at the least. Unhurt, was he? The infirmary will be relieved to hear of it. Always short on something they are. Ishgard scolds us for using Venturers for too many things, but I say sod 'em. They won't send reinforcements and threaten to denounce any knight who asked for them. The way I see it, a good Venturer is worth more than their words. It is. A good adventurer is worth more than their words. Right, where am I heading next? Stone Vigil. I'm gonna go over here. Save them from the behemoth's den. And don't get in a fight with the behemoth. That's very important. The behemoth is not to be fought solo. Oh, there's someone down here as well. Okay, we're going up here first though. I've decided. Okay, we're getting through these quests. There's only 3 left that I'm on. That are around here. And then the story one as well, but that doesn't count. What are you doing here? You moonbrain! The behemoth walks nearby and we cannot move. Save yourself! What's this? Hold it against my lips. There! Oh, amazing. I can feel my feet again. I believe. Yes, I can walk again. Oh, shit. That means it's time for me to go. Cause I need to eat some food. And it's 12 o'clock. It's like lunchtime. So I'm gonna leave it there. So yeah. I will be back on later actually. Gonna be playing some more Celeste. Picking up the rest of the strawberries that I missed, and then doing some of the B-side levels, because I finished the main part of the game yesterday, but I want to do as much of it as I can, so I'll be doing that later. But if I don't see you then, enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Bye!